the funniest guests, and a live studio audience. This is an adult show and may contain strong references to sex and drugs from the start and throughout the show. If you are easily offended, please switch off now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Vincent Valentine Show.
Good morning. This is the second show. What do you think? It's going to be an awesome show tonight. I'm not as drunk as last week, but we're going to do really, really well. We're going to do absolutely amazing. We have two amazing guests this week. We have the amazing Murtha, and we have Rudy Cornels. Yeah. We have a live stream. If you go to the Vincent Valentine Show on Facebook, you should see the two guys live now in action. My name is Vincent Valentine. I am warning you right now. This is going to be a very adult-oriented show. We had a complaint last week. Do not listen if you're easily offended. Times. That's the first warning for the night.
Get out while you still can.
Exactly. So our first guest tonight is Murtha. He's from the USA. Whereabouts in the USA are you from?
So I grew up in the great state of Ohio.
Ohio.
Also known as the heart of it all.
Yeah.
And then I spent the last 5 years in New York City.
Nice. What were you doing over there?
So in Ohio, I was growing up, and then I got my PhD in the center of the state, and then in New York, I was doing some research at the great NYU Medical Center.
Cool. You're a scientist, aren't you?
Yeah, it's it's just a day job. It pays the bills. My true passion is in crochet. Yeah.
So you said you 10 years
cross-stitch
of being a scientist, and
That's
now
right.
you've been doing comedy for how long now?
Well, a whole 2 months. I find that I really found my calling. Yeah. I'm an old hand now, established. But as it turns out, this is my first time on radio, and this is the first time I'm hearing the sound of my own voice, and not nearly as deep as I thought it would be. I thought it would sound more like this.
Sound good. 10 years is a long time to be a scientist, but normal scientists I normally meet are quite boring, but you're actually a normal human being.
Yeah, well, I'm a shit scientist, so
Okay.
That kind of explains some things.
So what is it you're trying to cure in the world?
Yeah, so I study gene regulation in cancer and autism. Whoa, that's more like it. This is the sound of my natural voice.
Okay. And so you're trying to cure autism?
That's right. I think we should set the scene. So imagine, for all of you listeners at home, 6'5", dark-skinned, bearded, kind of like John Hamm, but a little bit hipster. That's exactly what I look like.
Slightly ginger.
That's right.
Okay.
But in a good way, that tells you that I have a really large penis.
Oh, cool.
Science
I've never
penis.
seen your penis, and we need to get it out live on the stream right now.
All right.
Okay, maybe later. We'll get some.
I don't think you're paying me enough for that.
We've got 6 viewers right now on Facebook, but we will get more later. So when we get to 50, you need to get
Mom.
your penis out. Is your mum listening?
I hope not.
Okay. Should be awesome.
Bless her heart.
Okay, our second guest tonight is also the co-founder of Pumpage Like Night Comedy with me every Thursday night. It's Rudi Cornels. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Vincent.
How are you doing tonight?
Doing very well, sir. How are you?
So, you're from Norway.
That's correct.
You don't sound it?
No. No, I don't. I sound fairly English.
Poser.
I'm not a poser. It's.
I really am Norwegian, I promise.
I promise. I swear. I do speak Norwegian. Yes.
So,
No, but it's.
Do a Norwegian accent for us.
I get the Norwegian accent is the worst of the. All right, hold on. So American sounds like this. A Norwegian accent would actually sound like this. It's not that very much interesting. It's just very flat and boring. That's why.
And this is why he sounds like an American.
That's why I sound
he wants
like
to be interested.
I totally disagree because it's like, well, I was in Norway for 3 weeks at Christmas, and everyone who speaks Norwegian sounds like they're singing.
Yeah, no, it's
a very happy language. It's like Erken, Slurken, Berken, Nerken, Berken, Slurken. It's really
Swedish.
nice.
It sounds.
That's the Swedish chef, in fact.
It sounds like
It's a direct quote from the Swedish chef.
It does sound like a happy language, but it's everything but.
So what are you doing in Barcelona?
I'm sorry?
What are you doing in Barcelona?
Existing, basically.
So no work?
Not yet. No, I'm in between jobs at the moment.
Look, he puts on an American accent so he seems interesting. He's really actually not interesting at all. But can we set the scene for Rudy here, for the people that aren't watching? So Rudy is a 7-foot-tall blonde man, white as snow. Gorgeous.
Yes.
I had friends that had a layover in Norway, and they felt terrible about themselves. So they were flying from middle of America to me here in Barcelona, and they laid over in Norway, and they felt like hobbits. around all the elves.
Okay, I see. I feel that you're perpetuating a stereotype about Norwegian people that, in this case, is not correct.
That's true.
In fact, if you would look at the tone of my skin, you would see that I'm clearly not white. Although I sound extremely white. Well, yeah, it's still to be defined, though. The color, it's like beige, khaki.
Yeah, it's not as white as most people in Norway.
No, it's 7 foot
special.
What's it? 5'9", beige person, half Nigerian, half Norwegian. It's a nice caramelly finish.
Ruining the fantasy of all your lady viewers.
Exactly. Well, you can see these guys on their Facebook page, and we are live on BarcelonaCityFM.com.
Yeah, they can see our face right now.
You can see it right now. Yeah. And after the radio show station today, we're going to head to Alpacas. So if you want to come and meet the guys, see Matt's massive penis, as he put it.
Yep. No, really, it's something to behold. It really is.
Yeah, but it's all they're coming down like catchphrase things like Matt's massive penis. It's like, 2.
Is it as big as like a goose's neck or something?
Bigger. It's
bigger.
Are you familiar with the sport of baseball?
Hold on one quick second.
Louisville Slugger.
A goose's neck is considered big, Vincent?
I was going to say a baby's arm, but I know I shouldn't be saying stuff like that on radio.
And Rudy betrays his African heritage.
What can I say?
Oh, that's big. That's not a dick.
This is it. Hold on one second.
This is a dick.
That's more for Nigeria. So we're moving on right now. So we have a scientist who's been doing this for 10 years. He's been doing comedy for 2 months. And we have
a person
who doesn't exist.
A three-dimensional human being.
Yeah. You've been doing comedy how long for, really?
It's been a year now, though. In March was my 1-year anniversary. So
nice.
Hooray.
No, you're doing great in Barcelona.
Thank you, Vince.
So how long have you actually been here in Barcelona for?
It's 3.5 years now, actually.
Wow. So before the comedy, did you do like improv comedy or anything like that, or was it?
No.
Or what were you doing?
I was smoking a lot of pot and working for the most part, but usually playing video games and hanging out with my friends and drugs.
Just being social.
Yes, yeah, the normal stuff. You know what everybody does. Well,
can I ask a question? So, what gave you the courage to get on stage and do comedy for the first time?
Well, actually, it wasn't as much as a courage thing. It was more of I've been wanting to do comedy ever since I saw Eddie Murphy do the Delirious and the Raw tapes. I mean, me and my cousins used to sit and watch that shit all the time.
Have you watched it recently?
Yes.
It's the most homophobic thing in the world.
Yes, it's extremely out of date. It needs to be updated. But that it really showed me what it was like. In Norway, it's extremely conformist, and everybody's like, oh, you have to get a job like this, you have to do that, blah, blah. When I saw that fucking asshole Eddie Murphy going on stage, just doing his thing, and I'm like, you can get paid to do that? Just talk and make jokes, and people like you, and throw money and pussy at you. Yes, I'll definitely do that. But then...
you were about, what, 32 when you saw this for the first time?
Yes.
This
it was
1988.
It was last year, and no, it was, I think it was like 12 or something. But life happened. You know, you can't pursue your dream. You have to get a day job and do some stuff from Bra. So when I moved here, it was right next to my house. So I had to take the chance. I had to do it.
So basically, you live local to the radio show, don't you? Because I noticed you said...
It's right down the street. That's super helpful. Because as I said, I smoke a lot of pot and I'm late often, so this is great.
Yeah.
So I live 4 minutes away. I can wrap another one and eat a pizza and still be on time.
And we actually have a live studio audience tonight. We're doing a first trial.
I know. I can see them from here. Hi, guys. You having a great time?
I don't know how you fit 155 people into this room.
I know. It's so
really
amazing.
impressive, though.
Minus 150. We've got 5 people right now. We're going to see how it goes. It should do well. And then
it's radio. They don't know this.
Shit. I can't lie. That's the trouble.
It doesn't matter. We have 2 people who are worth at least 150 people each.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go. That's right.
So from next week, we have 2 more special guests, and we're going to have hopefully a bigger crowd after this trial. Well, hopefully it's going to do well. It's going to do well.
I think it's fantastic.
First of all, doing well.
I think it's amazing that you have your own radio show, and I just wanted to give a shout out to all of Vincent's listeners, all 3 of you. Big shout out to Vincent's mom back in England.
What's her name?
A big shout out to Vincent's girlfriend back in Norway, and also a big shout out to the dude who's banging Vincent's girlfriend back home in Norway.
You cheeky.
Because Vincent
also known as Rudy's mother and father.
Yeah, sure. They like to party. What can I say? Yeah. We're social people.
So do you know the guy who's banging my girlfriend?
No, I'm not in Norway at the time. No, I have good friends. I have friends that wouldn't bang my girlfriend. That's the kind of friends.
I thought we were friends. What's up?
We thought we were friends. Is it you? Oh, you're not big, are you?
He's not in Norway at the time banging your girlfriend right now.
I flew in this morning.
He flew in this morning.
We have to talk. Okay?
Yeah, we have to.
That thing that she does with her tongue.
That's pretty rad, though. I like that.
She does that for you.
She's done it to you as well, Rudy.
Yeah, she was super psyched. She was like, "Oh my god, you guys, you got to check this out. I have this new thing that I'm going to show Vincent, but I'm not sure if it's going to be good for him. So can I try it out of you guys first?" And Matt was like, "I don't know. It's fine. Twist my arm, why don't you?" So yeah.
Maybe if you really need the practice.
Yeah.
Here's my gigantic.
Yeah.
piece.
And then Matt later came and showed me how it was. It was pretty good.
I'll high five you guys when she finally does it to me one day. I'll tell you how good it is.
Well, I hope I can be there.
Wait, do we make it weird?
Okay. So you're single, Matt?
I am.
Rudy, are you single?
Yes.
How long have you been single for?
By
Way
choice.
too long.
Too long. You're looking for a girlfriend right now?
No.
Okay. Matt.
Just for all the lady listeners out there, I'm very much single. I am definitely 6'5", dark-skinned, beautiful as a newborn baby.
I was going to say me, but that's cool.
Beautiful as Rudy. Which is basically, I look like an unwashed asshole.
An unwashed arsehole. I've never heard that one before.
Some people like that, okay?
Yeah, there are.
One thing you're going to notice on today's radio show is whenever Rudy speaks to me, he sounds British. Whenever he speaks to an American, i.e. Matt, he's going to sound American.
I actually didn't notice that at all. That's so weird that you bring that up.
So it actually feels like we've actually got 3 guests today. So it's all Rudy.
Yes.
So
there's going to be a lot of Rudy today.
It's Rudy's borderline personality disorder.
A cacophony of mental disorders. It's going to be fine.
Multiple personality disorder.
Multiple personalities.
Yeah, okay, fine.
We're going to have a little 5-minute break now, and then we're going to move on to the second part of the show. So that's our introductions done.
Wow.
Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Thanks for having us.
Come back.
The Smiths, one of my favourite songs, This Charming Man. Have you heard his songs before?
I have indeed.
Probably.
You're not into this type of music, are you?
Morrissey,
No.
No? Why?
Why I don't like a specific thing? I don't know, Vincent. Like,
Defend yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, I just didn't grow up around this music, I think, and it didn't...
The Smiths and Morrissey are one of the best groups in the world, especially from Manchester as well, where I'm from.
Electronic music is my thing.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, to be honest, it's good music. Just anything that makes me dance or move or feel something. So.
I think electronic music is the opposite of good music.
So see, that's a subjective.
No,
whatever.
That's objective fact. Actually,
no,
it's in the encyclopedia.
No, which one? Which encyclopedia?
The Encyclopedia of Truth
of Matt Murtha. I was like, no. But it's interesting, to see like people say, "Oh, what kind of music do you like? What do you like?" Because it's either rock, electronic, or whatever the fuck that was. But
it's kind of indie music.
Classic.
Indie yeah. Man,
sad white boy music.
Exactly.
There's a girl outside.
Because we don't have enough of that in the world. Sad white boy music. We need more of that.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the white male perspective is just not. It's not represented enough.
It hasn't been investigated enough, I think. The world needs to know what it's like to be, a white person.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
It sounds tough, though.
Yeah, because nobody else's opinion matters.
I know.
Well, the second part of the show, we're just going to talk about weird experiences here in Barcelona.
Shit.
I think it was yesterday that something happened to you.
Yeah, so yesterday I was able to experience the loss of my front teeth and then their restoration, kind of like Jesus of the dentate, So it's a biblical joke.
This is so good.
It just flew right over these atheist assholes' head. And they're like, "Who's Jesus? Is he Mexican?"
Exactly. He's on next week.
It's pronounced Jesus. Jesus de Cristo. I was riding my bicycle along, and so here in Barcelona, they have bike lanes, but they put those fuckers on the sidewalk. And if you've ever tried to bike on a sidewalk, you know that like old lady pedestrians feel like they can walk wherever the fuck they want. And so I'm biking along at a nice healthy clip, and a bus pulls up, and then some little asshole, maybe 14 or 15 years old, is hightailing it for the bus, and he runs out right in front of me, right? And I can't stop in time, and I hit him just in the right way that like my chin meets his forehead, right?
So you literally hit the dude body to body. You just smacked right
I hit that fucker. All right. And you know what? He's a fucker. I don't care. So there's that moment after contact where we're both like, what the fuck? And then he gets really sad. He knows that this shit is his fault. And he's like, oh, discúlpame, lo siento. And he looks really sad. He looks like he's about to cry. And at that point, like, I spit out my front teeth. And that's an experience. And I didn't know what to say to him other than, like, look at what you did. And I showed my lack of teeth to him, and he, like, a tear just started rolling down his eye.
Oh, how old was this kid?
He, like 14 or 15. Like,
was this during the night or during the day? Like
during the day, like maybe 7 p.m.
Had you been drinking?
I have not. No, I was racing home from laboratory.
Oh, okay.
Like a good scientist.
So you were just being an idiot, and you just hit this kid out of nowhere. And
no,
just,
I was being a lawful,
out of my way, here I come, Mr. Mad life-saving cancer fucking doctor.
Excuse me,
dude.
scientist coming through.
Exactly. Yeah, get out of my way, kid.
I'm curing autism.
Exactly.
Normally, when I bike through a crowd, they just part like Moses in the Red Sea.
I don't think that's the case, though. But all right, fine. Yeah, sure.
People just
it didn't happen
stand
this
back.
time.
They're like, look at that huge cocked scientist flying by.
His dick over his shoulder, flapping in the wind. It's so amazing.
Like a continental soldier.
So, all right. So then you went to the dentist, and then what happened?
Well, that's when. So you learn a lot about yourself when you lose your front teeth. Like first, I was like, man, I'm never gonna get laid again. Because I definitely look like a
well, you did.
hobo.
You looked homeless when you sent a picture to me yesterday. I was like, you put a picture of before and after, and just without that tooth, it wasn't you. It was weird. It was just.
But it's really kind of sad, sad commentary on the way that I look. That just one tooth makes me look homeless. The difference between me and the hobo on the street is not nearly as much as I would like it to be.
Yeah.
So, but I learned that I would never ever hold up to torture, because you know the dentist was like putting the Novocaine into my gums, and I was crying. I was just crying, and then like the cute dental assistant comes into the room, and I have to like wipe my tears away and be like, oh well, you know, this light's really bright, you know, causes me to cry. But it's not the pain at all.
So talking about looking like a homeless person.
We've broken all the rules I set for the night. Right?
No, you did. Like I'm just sitting here just waiting for the
4 minutes into it, Rudy's like, "No, I'm not tall, white, and blonde."
I couldn't help it. It's like that
I'm
lies
a proud
and slander. I'm not going to stand for it.
descendant.
No. That's false. That's a false dichotomy.
He's not proud.
So you looking homeless yesterday?
Vince is going to go back to that. I thought we were just going to skip lightly.
Here we go. You were actually homeless
for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I remember you messaged me.
He wasn't homeless. He was not homeless because during that time, he was my roommate.
During a period. How about this, though? All right, so in September last year, 2015, through, I don't know, a series of rapid, terrible life decisions, I lost my apartment. And then I had no place to live. So instead of starting to sort of fix that and get back on the saddle with a 40-hour work week job that I hated and stuff like that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to see if I can go 100% into this comedy thing and just like live as a tortured artist and crash on my friends' couches for as long as possible, or at least until I get my shit together. So
hold on, can we just recap that for a second? So faced with life on the street, you're like, I'm going to be a comedian.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
no, faced with the worst possible outcome and like a civilized society, it's like, oh, you can't live on the street. It's the worst. Blah blah blah. But it wasn't by design. Like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do comedy for like 6 months or 9 months, and then I'm gonna become homeless so that I can really just fuck myself up, so I draw from the pain and be extremely creative. That's not it. I just fucked up, and then I had to live with the consequences. So
yeah, you lived in a bank, didn't you?
First of all, I lived at my friends' houses. and stayed on their couches until I ran out of friends, which is kind of one of those points where you're like, hey, dude, what's up? I got a place to sleep. And they're like, oh, again? Well, hey, listen, you could crash on my couch, but the thing is that my girlfriend's cat just came back from the veterinarian, and he's like really socially awkward. He just needs the couch for himself, so I hope you understand. I'm like,
I feel like this is the radio equivalent of subtweeting. Because I was like, yeah, no, you can totally stay with me again.
No,
and then when
so
he
did
asked,
that.
I was like, well, I got
fucking
these
asshole.
couch surfers.
Because that was the best thing. It's like when people tell you, like, hey, how about this though? The experience that I went through, and like for the record, I'm no longer homeless. For the 2 people in the audience who I can see and I care about,
and the millions of radio listeners.
Yeah, all 3 of them. And on that, like,
we really need to know the name of Vinny's mom.
He's gonna send the message later. Don't worry about it.
No, but like, look, I've been banging her for weeks. And
oh no, he's not banging Vince's mom. He's banging Vince's girlfriend.
I'm banging Vince's mom
at the same time.
She gave me free condoms.
Yeah,
yeah, she gave all of us free condoms.
She's like, baby, you don't need those.
Yeah.
So back to the point. I'm no longer homeless. I bought a tent, so I graduated to an outdoorsy person. Now, the thing that happened, like, you can't be without a place to stay, and you can surf at friends' couches. But when it comes down to the point where you run out of friends, and nobody can.
I just had a message saying.
What? Who?
To you guys, would you rather drink a cup of your mum's period or a cup of your dad's sperm?
Cup of my dad's sperm. He eats a lot of pineapple.
Honest to God.
That is actually a comment we just got.
Yeah, but that's a super simple answer. What the fuck, man?
Both.
That's
Straight away, I was like, yeah, no, dad's sperm.
Yeah, dad's semen is the best. I mean, shit.
It's like
a good cup of Joe in the morning. I mean, come on.
Saltwater tap.
Dad's own brew. Come on, son. Let's bond.
So you would start with your dad's and then go to sleep. You use your mum's.
I'd start with my dad's. It's like a cup of coffee. You start with dad's own brew, and then you add a little of mom's own on top of that.
This is Rudy's morning routine, by the way.
Quote unquote
Very
raspberry special. So yeah, it's fucking. So people are trying to be disgusting and stuff.
I think they are.
All right, so
these are Vinny's fans.
Yeah, they are. They're cultured. But like, there are a lot of more disgusting things than actually.
What would be how could you even turn that up?
What?
How could you make that worse?
Worse?
Yeah. What's a worse? Would you rather, considering
come on,
parental body fluids?
Oh, come on. Come on. How about this though? Would you rather watch? No, wait. Would you rather have sloppy second sex with your mom, or would you watch your dad get anally abused by? Did I cross the line again?
I kind of.
Yeah. So I can. It's in me. It's possible. I can do that.
We actually got a complaint last week because about the.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this is all theoretical.
Yeah,
we have not actually.
No.
Imbibed any of our
that would be bad.
Body fluids.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Matt, it's completely possible.
So we're going to talk now about mental health.
Yeah. I want to know the second half of that.
Yeah. I'll tell you later in the break. Right. It's fine.
And the
no, wait. I'll show you.
Sloppy seconds with my mother. No, you have to go down on her.
Okay, can we talk about something else?
Yeah, so Vinny, you were going to say something, right? This is something like peace.
You made it weird.
So you're trying to cure mental health in a way with autism.
Yeah.
Rudy is a perfect subject for you because you actually do suffer from mental health in Barcelona.
Lives with or suffer with or
so
I am not a victim. So yes, that's true. I have technically I have post-traumatic stress disorder, which manifests itself as social anxiety. And mild to moderate and sometimes quite severe depression. So,
what about bipolar?
I mean, shit, dude.
Because Vinny is not impressed. He's not impressed.
Yeah, exactly. Let's add something else, like a small bout of skin. No, the funny thing about the bipolar,
schizophrenia.
The entire mental health thing. There's so many things that I touch into that I could be. Like we have so much. I'm like a Rosetta Stone of mental disorders.
So you got that ADD, ADHD, post-traumatic.
Yeah, I'm an energetic, life-enjoying person that sometimes can't get out of bed because he just wants to die. It happens.
Yeah,
seriously.
It happens to all of us, to be honest with you. We just have bad days.
Yeah,
but what Vinny is saying is you're not special. All right.
Thank you. He just said probably the worst thing that you can say to anyone who has any sort of thing. No, because what you just did is like when I say it's like depression feels like this. That sometimes I, for no apparent reason, just wake up and feel like shit. Like I could be. I could have the best time. Like I could get the 2 favorite things that I want for breakfast every day. That's my grandmother's pancakes. and my grandfather's blowjobs every day. like I could get those two things, and I'd be happy, super happy. But
I
one
thought you were
day,
going to say like a nice protein shake for your dad's semen and your mom's period milk.
we'll add that too. But still, someday I would wake up and just feel terrible.
Grandpappy's blowjobs are, by the way,
They are, but sometimes they just don't help.
The best.
So with that, when I say that happens, you say, "Oh, I feel like that too." You have no idea what you're talking about, because what you should say is like, "Wow, what's it like for you?"
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Everyone's brain is so different. But
it's
to be
another way
fair,
of saying, Vinny, you're an asshole.
I am an asshole.
he
to
is
all
an asshole, but
depressed
we are
people.
all assholes
But like
together.
honestly, I think this is kind of an interesting thing, though. So, like, you know, I know some people with suffering from depression and everything, and like
Living
it's always
with,
a question. Yeah, it's always a question of like, what do you say to them? How do you like make them feel better? Because I've definitely been the guy who's like, well, have you just tried being happy?
But that's the point. That's the whole thing. Like, what do you say to them? How do you make them feel better? Here's the thing that we have to live with. Nothing any of us says or does makes any difference. So there's nothing you can do. So if I wake up and I'm like, Matt, and you're like, hey, Rudy, how's it going? It's like, hey, Matt, it's going okay, but I just feel like I want to die. And then you ask, what can you do to help? We can't do anything.
You can kill a person, I suppose.
Yeah, but it's not going to relieve my pain. I still feel the shit. I mean,
that'll end the pain.
Trust me.
There'll be nothing left after.
I could kill myself, yes, but then what fun would that be? I can't fuck around with people. Like,
exactly.
You can try everything. I tried filling it with drugs, didn't work. Masturbation, like a lot of masturbation.
I'm still
work.
trying that route.
Yeah, no, we all are. I still haven't given up on that one.
To be fair, masturbation does get boring after a while. A lot. It's like like me. I do it 4
Isn't
times
really
a day.
difficult
All
for
of a
you
sudden,
with,
like
giant hands and a super tiny dick. Like that's gonna be fucking.
Well, I use my little finger.
You just hooked that.
Yeah.
Make a wish.
Yeah, I use my little finger to masturbate. That's
Vinny masturbates like women. Like he just rubs the top of it like as if it was a clitoris. Just.
It's that small. You've seen my penis, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I've had it in my mouth. You know,
we've all had the pleasure of seeing Vincent's penis because he has a habit of taping himself having sex with people.
No.
Yeah, and also showing that to other people that he's not currently having sex with.
Man,
so
we need to
if you're
announce
a woman or Vincent's
URL.
mom or Vincent's girlfriend, and he films you and he says, "Trust me, I'm only going to watch it myself." He's lying. He shows it to all.
No, I've actually got my own YouPorn channel.
He said that red light was just a fire detector. I feel lied to.
No, I have my own.
I want copies.
No, I see. If you go into YouPorn, look for the Vincent Valentine Show on YouPorn. You could see all my porn videos. Yeah.
Don't stop it.
So you upload them? You do?
Yes, I do. I upload them to YouPorn.
Why would
I
you do
get
that?
paid for. I'm like an amateur porn star.
You're a whore, Vincent. You're a whore.
Hey,
fucking prostitute.
this is a sex-positive space. He is not a whore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And for the fact
you're an empowered, beautiful young man.
That's right. He appreciates sex for its own pleasures.
Yeah, and you shouldn't let other people stigmatize you for being your
And I'm
beautiful
totally going to
self.
Google this shit.
I see shit. Send more videos online, Vincent. Do that. Just don't tag me in them, okay? That's
Well, us three will just have a mini gangbang tonight. Yeah.
All right.
No females. Just us three, and we'll put us on YouPorn. It's gonna be the after show after sex party.
I want royalties. All right, you're
That's
gonna
fine.
have to talk to my manager.
yeah. We get paid for this, right?
I've been in
Because
comedian
I made
for
that
like
mistake
2
before.
months.
Like that's
Well, I get 0.004 cents per watch. So yeah, we need to.
but now that I know,
It's gonna
now
be
that I know
viral.
you're gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna fucking watch that every day. Honestly, though, is this true? Can I really look that up?
Yeah, have a look. Go into YouPorn. YouPorn.com.
I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna know you better than I did.
Matt, you look it up and send me a message of how when if it's true or not. Because I'm not
afraid. I'm not afraid of Vinny's penis.
Why? Okay, all right. So you have clearly not seen Vinny's penis because it's terrifying.
It should be stated that like
It's
really
got this
all the
angry
women of
little look.
Barcelona
It's super
are
weird.
scared of it. But it's generally because Vinny is running with his pants down, shuffling little tiny like steps, like constricted by like the pull down pants, with his penis out, just bolting after any woman that walks.
Yeah, so that's so weird that we have a cock-centric conversation with 3 dudes and the thing.
It would be good if we had a female person.
Yeah, Matt.
on
It
but
would be
next
great
week.
if we had a female person here, Matt.
Well, we already talked that like I think Vinny almost fits the bill. I mean, his clitoral-sized penis.
And gaping arsehole.
Gaping asshole.
Yeah.
He suffers from clit envy. That's got to be hard, man.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really hard. Yeah.
Can we talk about clitorises on this?
We can.
Sure we can.
Well, we need to have. We need to have a little break right now. We're going to play some more music, and we're going to be in the last segment of the show. If you've got any questions, please post them on the Facebook live feed. If you go to the Vincent Valentine Show,
and do better than an asshole before.
Yeah,
that was weak.
No, that was
we've only had one question. So if you've got any questions for the guys, post them on the Facebook feed, and we'll answer your questions.
Yeah, try some racist shit. That'd be fun.
No, God, we had 3 rules.
I can't.
Right.
We can reference.
See you in 5.
Ciao.
Welcome back to the last part of the show. We're going to carry on talking. We're waiting for your questions live on air. But while we're waiting for that, we're going to talk about some events which are happening in this week. So tomorrow, there's 2 comedy shows. We've got the first one, which is Matt, you're performing for us, for me and Rudy. Sorry, put your microphone up.
Microphone, please.
There we go, yeah. So you're performing for Pumbridge, and also you're performing for Dan's new show, aren't you, as well?
Yes.
So you're going to squeeze 2 shows in one.
Well, you know, life of the professional comedian.
I try.
Yeah, so what is Dan's show? Because it's very different from what me and Rudy are doing.
Yeah. So Dan's show, it's a talk show format. It's at Las Cuevas del Sorte here in Barcelona. And, you know, Dan, he comes on, he does like a bit of a monologue, and then he invites guests on, and he records it all for a podcast. It's really funny. It's a great time.
Oh, so he does an actual podcast?
Yep. Cool. Allegedly.
Okay.
I don't think he's posted any of them yet.
And then straight after that, you're going to rush over to Belushi's.
I'm going to do the greatest set of my life.
You're going to doing both. So, so tomorrow, if you want to see Matt perform twice, it's at Las Cuevas del Sorte. What time does it normally start?
It's be there by 9.
Be there for 9.
The place is going to be way too packed. You won't get in. You won't get a seat.
Exactly. It's a bit like our show, and our show, mine and Rudy's show, is 9:30 at Belushi's. It's an open mic comedy show. So if you want to see Matt, go and see Matt first, and then jump in a taxi or something and run over to Belushi's later on.
Just come with me. We'll walk together. We'll hold hands.
Come tomorrow if you want to see Matt sweat. That's
exactly. He's going to do 2 comedy sets.
Yeah, but this show at Belushi's is really great.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a huge space. It's always packed.
I hear good things.
Yeah.
Super good. And Rudy is my co-host.
Co-host.
Yeah, that's right.
The co-host of Pumbridge Late Night Comedy.
All right.
Sorry, we're having a few technical problems. Are you still talking? What are you fighting over?
I have no idea. Matt just really
peanuts.
distracted me with the stuff.
Yeah, it keeps me right. So Rudy, we've been hosting this show since August.
Yes, we have.
And we've kind of grown from a very, very, very small open mic to now a nice location such as Belushi's, which is we can fit over 100 people in there. It's got a mixed crowd. It's a big brand.
I think starting from a terrible drunken idea that one time we were out drinking at Sonny's birthday, and Vincent turns to me, he's like, Rudy, listen, I think we should start a comedy show, mate. And I'm like, Vincent, that sounds like a terrible idea. No, I think we could do it. And I'm
It'd be fucking great.
It'd be fucking great. And I'm like, it's a terrible idea, but we should definitely give it a go. And the first show that we had was amazing, and
it was 7 Sins, wasn't it?
It was 7 Sins, and we had both Dan and Robert do 20
minutes. Yeah, we didn't have enough comics.
It was insane. No, it was pretty good. But after that, we just snowballed, and we've had a great time doing it.
No, it's been really, really good. It's like I only did stand-up comedy like twice.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we've got this show, which we kind of like. We're really good. We're a good combination, me and Rudy.
Yes, we're a dynamic duo, you and I, Vincent.
And we take the piss.
A lot of love between these 2 guys.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, we call it love all the time now. Definitely. That's there's some technical things. I mean, like performance-wise, like producing a show it's difficult when you have no background whatsoever in this. Like we have no idea what we're doing, and it shows. But I think it's a good point that
we're learning.
No, that we're doing it like that because we're just 2 dudes who decided to try out to do comedy shows, and we sort of succeeded in doing that. And also, if we can do it, there's so many other people that can do it.
Exactly, and now the scene is exploding. The scene in Barcelona right now, we've got like John and Kadri last week did their first show.
Burn down Barcelona.
Yeah, burn down Barcelona at El Foro, and that's again. It's going to be here on Sunday at 6 p.m. at El Foro in Bourne.
Yeah, I'm actually performing.
So you're going to perform?
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you want to see. Are you performing on Sunday?
I hope so.
Okay. I know it's a very limited time slot.
Yeah, no, it's having an open mic at 6 in the afternoon. For me personally, that's I took it a little bit personal because they know that I don't get up until at least 5.
Okay.
So like on a Sunday, like I'm just saying, it's meh.
I was actually meant to perform in the very first show.
You were no-show last week.
Yeah, well, I did not think that anybody would ever start a comedy show at 6 p.m.
So you thought it was a 9 out?
No, but from the reports, it's been really, really good. It's like I said, really good open mic comedy.
Yeah, it's
going to be great. It's going to be there every Sunday.
Yeah, I think it'll be it'll become an establishment.
Exactly, and we do have more open mics what are going to be happening like in the future on Tuesdays, Mondays. We're just looking for it's work in progress right now, but we should have a few open mics in a week.
Again, I think it's worth to notice that it's like the English-speaking comedy scene in Barcelona. It's made by people who just wanted to do it. They just say, I'm going to go on stage. Right. I'm going to try this shit. I'm going to make some shows, and we are actually doing it. And I just want to see more people doing the same thing. Just like, fuck it. I saw that guy, Rudy, last weekend. He sucked so fucking terribly. I can definitely do that. Yeah. And then they show up, hey, Rudy, can I get a spot?
No, exactly. No.
See, that's exactly how I got into stand-up comedy. I went to a show here. I won't name which one. And I felt like, after watching it, like, oh, no, I can do better than that, right?
Yeah, but it's true.
As long as you get on stage and
I think
not
that's how
yourself.
Every person gets into comedy, because I did the same, because I used to promote a lot of events.
Yeah.
And then it was like the few individuals I was getting drunk and I was like, yeah, I can do that. But the moment you get on stage for the first time, your arse drops. Yeah. And it is so scary. Half of the problem is actually just getting up on stage, especially when you're very new to it.
I think it's more than half.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I suffer from ADHD, so I had a big list of what I had to say, and I got so drunk, got on stage, and apparently I did okay, but then the second time and the third time you get a bit cocky, and then it just spiraled downhill from there. Then I realised after doing stand-up comedy about 5 or 6 times that it wasn't for me because of the ADHD. And it's better for me just
so he decided to host a show.
Host a show instead, because it's like you don't have to write any material down, you just say what you see, and it's like, and it's working. It's great. I would never be able to get on stage and do like a 20-minute set, because after 2 minutes a butterfly would go across the room and I'd be distracted and I just will not know what to do next. So doing mini 2-minute segments every week for me is great.
So Rudy, what do you do when you blank, when you don't remember your next joke?
I remember one time actually at the Quiet Man, when we used to have it there, that I used to write scripts. When I started, I used to write script, and I just stick to the script. I had an introduction, middle part, and a closing. And then I did the introduction, it went fairly well. I did the middle part, it went pretty good. And then I just forgot the rest. Like I just completely blanked out. So in that moment, what I did was nothing. I just took a knee and just sat there and like, oh my God, where are my notes? Blah, blah, didn't find them. And the worst part was like when I finished the middle part and people saw that I just blanked out, I heard from the audience, a guy just go like, oh, I was really into that. I'm like, oh, fuck. So after that, I started just practicing improv. So when I blank, either I start talking to the crowd or I try finding something that could be conducive to the thing. Like,
you see, what I found is when people blank and it's like they take it seriously, people kind of go quiet with you, where if you blank and you go, oh shit, I forgot what I'm going to say, and people laugh
say something
at you, and it becomes a part of the comedy.
You got to own up to it. Like, if because I had a debate with another comic. He's like, hey, you shouldn't sort of underline the times when your joke bombs. I'm like, but usually when I make a mistake, I want to own up to it. And if I said like, hey, everybody saw me slip and fall on the ice, if I just get up as if though nothing happened, they'll be like, no, that dude's faking it. But if like, you all saw me, I fell, I'm laughing with you, so now we can move on. So I try and
that's happened a few times to me in real life. Actually, you slip and fall, and if you look like you're in pain, people just like are in shock. But if you laugh at yourself,
no, but it's
you can just go and run around the corner and then cry your eyes out.
Or if you hit a small child with your bicycle,
or with your teeth,
you should definitely laugh at that. And just be like, oh, what the fuck.
Yeah, so on Friday as well. So that's Thursday's events. Friday, I'm doing like a bar tour in Barcelona. I've got about 20 people so far. If you want more information about that, go to pumpage.co/events, and you can see all my events for the next week or two. Saturday.
Can you tell me about this singles bar, Carl?
Oh, it's actually tied in.
Facebook invite too.
Yeah,
as if Facebook knew that I was so desperately lonely.
We all know, man.
Well, as you know, I host many groups.
Really? Do you want to come home with me and just tell me about it?
If we just talk, then it'd be cool.
No masturbation, no penetration.
I'm not ready for something like that.
Yeah,
we just cleared out that we were just supposed to be friends, and it's kind of awkward you bringing it up in front of other people.
Yeah, so the singles bar crawl.
Yeah, the singles bar crawl.
Right. I've got roughly about 9,000 members in Barcelona right now, and I've got them all in separate groups. I've got like an exclusive part, which is 1,500 people with money. Yeah. I've got 1,500 singles in Barcelona, and the rest are all pumpage. So with the 1,500 singles, instead of just doing normal events, I try and tie them in with other events if I'm there. So for example, with comedy, I would say like singles night with entertainment, but a lot of the singles would turn up and just sit in a corner and not want to socialise. And it was a bit awkward because you were like, where are the single girls? I'm like, everybody. And they go and talk to a random person and be like, no, I'm with my boyfriend. And it got a bit awkward.
Yeah.
So I've cancelled all of that.
They're all single for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with the bar crawl, it's if you've ever been out with me, I'm the best kind of like wingman. But we've not actually been out with me before.
I think that's actually false. The one time after a comedy show, I went out with Vinny and our friend George. I was talking to a nice Irish lady.
Oh, I remember that.
Wait,
yeah.
Was that
the piss?
Yes, it was.
Right.
That one time Vincent pissed on this chick. It was hilarious.
But the moral of the story is that, like, all right, there was an off chance that maybe one day I would get to have, sexual relations with a person because I was funny on stage, yeah? And so I performed this one night, and then a lady thought I was funny, and she was hanging out. Mm-hmm. And then I go out, and we were drinking with Vinny and this kid named George, and we drink so much that I get sick. I have to, like, call it quits. And so I don't get to sleep with anybody. And then, like...
I remember that now, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
We all did.
Oh, we heard about it.
No, but it's true. It's like a lot of people who do the open mic, they always come up to me afterwards wondering why they haven't got laid. And if people think that they go on stage, they're going to get a lot of pussy. But
people being me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work like that.
No, not at all.
No,
actually,
not for Matt.
this one time, I did a set, and so right before the set, I saw I don't remember that guy's name. He's a big comedian here in Barcelona, and I was like, no, I just hope that one day, like, I'm funny on stage and somebody likes me for it and sleeps with me. And he's like, oh no, it'll happen. And I was like, okay. So I go up, I do my set, and then afterwards I'm hanging out outside and having a cigarette, and these two guys come out, and they're like, hey, that was really funny. I was like, oh, thanks. Oh. And they go, are you always gay or just gay for comedy?
Yeah, nice one. That's so good. You are so gay for comedy, man. You should be proud of that.
So you're a gay-friendly comic.
Apparently, I'm gay for a laugh.
He's gay for comedy. But that's good. You should be gay for comedy.
No one that I know of actually got laid
gay for comedy myself.
Through comedy. No, I think it's actually a deterrent. I think it's kind of like you get on stage, it's all right for the attention while you're on stage, but afterwards I would rather say that I think it's the type of people that actually go on stage aren't the typical hunter douche dudes who are like, yeah, we're gonna go out and get laid this weekend, it's gonna be so awesome, we're gonna get so much pussy, hold on, let me do a 5-minute set on how I feel beforehand and just like expose myself. No, that's not gonna happen.
That's like the greatest truth about comedians. All the comedians, if you are willing to go on stage and like reveal like the most embarrassing story that ever happened to your life, just so people will laugh at you
laugh with you, not at.
Oh no,
they will share your pain. That's how I fucking deny everything. I'm just no, but think about it. It's like when people do comedy, it's these half truths in it. So it's like a situation that you've been through, and you amplify it so it's funny.
Yeah, I think I've been doing comedy wrong.
No, but
it's been all true.
That's all been true.
No, but that's one of the most interesting things about this entire thing is that when you go on stage and you want people to respond positive to whatever you do, you go on stage and you need them to agree with you. It's like, hey, I'm doing this. This is me. This is what I look like. This is my penis. What do you think? Yeah. And if you've been going like, oh,
he brings it out
you
on
guys,
stage.
Yeah, I actually do. You guys, like, if you go like, hey, blah blah blah, you people in the audience, we don't do anything together. It's just me talking at you. When I bring out my dick, they'd be like, I don't feel anything for his dick. I have no relationship with his dick. Like, why should I care about his dick?
All of Rudy's ex-girlfriends say the same thing. I don't feel anything.
I know.
With his dick.
Well, it's like one of your.
Brown.
I'm like, is it
disappointed.
in? Is it in?
Well, you suffer from what I suffer from. Is like, because I'm a big guy.
Okay.
And this is when I was single. I'd go home and a girl like drop my pants and a bit. Oh,
no, that's
It's kind of like-
no, that's not what I suffer from. That's a completely different thing, and that's a bit I do.
on comedy.
You wanna?
No, I won't step on your bit, but I do want to know like the top reactions to your penis.
Oh, they're pretty good. No, they are, except for this one time, which was the weirdest time. So, all right, so when I was working as a bartender, and I'm at this girl's place where I'm finally going to get laid. I have a groupie. I'm like, yeah, this is super exciting. And she's going to blow me because she's one of those hypersexual women. Like, I fuck a lot, and you're super lucky to get laid by me tonight. And I'm like, oh, yeah, good.
One of the nice ladies that enjoys it.
I know. She was
Like, that's what you look for.
a very progressive and powerful woman. So she pulls down my pants,
heart.
and when she sees my dick, she goes, oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, instead of like, oh wow, oh my gosh. She's like, no, oh nothing. Is it not? Oh, I'm like, no. Seriously, what do you mean?
No,
oh, this is weird. No, it's fine. I'm like, okay, that's the word. It's not fine. Like, what do you mean? And then she stops for a second. She looks at me, and she goes, I thought it would be bigger. And that's the thing, and that is racist. All right, that's extremely racist, and
Definitely.
yeah, that's not cool. That hurt.
No,
my
I've had
feelings
exactly the
and
same
my penis.
because I'm a 6'3" man.
Yeah.
Take obviously people home, and I've had the same reaction. I think it's because out of your mixed race
that people are racist.
No. I think
You're
people-
black, so your dick has to be huge, like so much.
Is this a common problem for mixed race people? It's like
I can't.
You need to. No, it's like if you're on a sex site or something, you go right. I am mixed race,
which I am, like all the time.
Yeah, but you just say penis size. Is it more on the black side or is it more on the white side? It's like
how would I even begin to answer a question like that? So, Rudy, from all the penises that you've seen in your life, white, black, and beige, what's the size ratio on that? I have no fucking idea, man.
I honestly, this is where
people are
porn.
people.
This is where pornography ruins society.
Yes.
Because it's setting up expectations you can't live up to.
right. This is the end of the
I
second.
mean, I can live up to them. Just
You
for
can
the
live
record.
up
Yeah,
to
we
it,
can
mate.
both live up to that.
Doesn't matter where you're listening from. I can touch you with my
We
penis.
feel so sorry for other people.
Right. Our first episode next week is going to be the amazing Jamie Lerner and also Christopher Drifter.
Yeah.
What I've just realised as well is
Hilarious
like
comedians.
yeah, both comedians who perform for us in Barcelona. It's like Christopher Drifter looks like Jesus.
He does.
And Jamie Lerner is Jewish. So we've got like a religious kind of Jewish Christian thing going on. And this
The
is,
entire time, Jamie's not going to believe he's there.
Dude,
it's going to be awesome. But
Nice.
now tune in next week, same time, same place. If you want to be a part of the crowd, message me through the Vincent Valentine Show.
Totally worth coming to.
Up next, we have T-Bird in the mix. So see you next week.